Okay, I think we are live from the Carbot studio. Hopefully we're live anyway. But if we are, thanks everyone for coming out. This is the live stream, Carbot Animations, animating an episode, HeroStorm. I think it's episode 19. So we're live. Oh, jeez. From the Carbot studio. Where is that coming from? Hopefully we're live anyway. There we are. There. Okay. So, alright. I had myself playing in the background. Okay. Here's Dehaka. Russians will own you. Very cool. So what we're going to be doing today is Animating HeroStorm episode, which I've already done the kind of the roughs too. I did the storyboard. I've done the some of the keyframes and stuff like that. And so we're gonna, I guess we wanted to share this with you guys in our process. Now we've done this many times before in the past where we've animated live and yeah, and I don't know, you guys seem to enjoy it, so we're gonna keep doing it every once in a while, and hopefully you guys keep enjoying it. First, let me know if the sound levels are okay, if the music's too loud or if I'm too quiet or anything like that. But yeah, so yeah, here we go. Now I've already animated some of this episode, so it's kind of like partially done already, and it's basically all planned out. I have my water. There's water right here, so I won't run out of water. Bring a massive water bottle. Make sure I have everything on my screen that I need to. And of course today is kind of made possible, guys, by patreon.com/carbotanimations. Thank you to all you who are supporting us through Patreon. We appreciate it. It's kind of like a automated tip service. You give us a dollar at a time for each episode we do, which is well appreciated by any of you who are supporting us. And if any of you would decide to support us during the stream, then you can on patreon.com/carbotanimations. There's a link clickable in the description below. And of course, we put the top 3 supporters of the day in the little thank you tab there. So hopefully that will be something you guys enjoy. And there's also little rewards there on Patreon as well. But yeah. So I haven't seen any comments about whether I'm too loud or the music's too loud. So just let me know if the audio is okay or not. And I'm gonna get started in animating here. So we got the Dehaka. Oops. And we are using Flash. Please let people know if they ask me what is he using to animate. Please let them know Flash CS6. It's right above the my portrait here, but that's the most common question I get asked, like constantly. And I'll have random Blizzard music playing in the background. So yes, World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, whatever. I need to get some Overwatch music. It's got some pretty awesome stuff. What is this? These Facebook tabs on my internet. Less noise. Alright, we got the Dehaka. Here we are. And actually, I should make sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's do this. Lock these layers. So right now I'm just going to make a Dehaka idle animation. Which is going to be pretty simple. Everyone love you! Exclamation mark. Thanks, man! And feel free to ask any questions. I'll try to pay attention to chat as I animate, because it'll be a little bit difficult. And holy crap, we have a lot of people here pretty quickly. We're at 660 people. Everyone, thanks for coming out and watching the stream. Give the stream a like. Actually, everyone in the stream, give the stream a like if you can, to let people know that we're streaming right now. And of course, if you like the stream, obviously. And if you don't like it, then just forget what I said. Just don't pretend it's not there. But yeah, let's go ahead and start Dehaka. So once again, we have made our characters as simple as we can. I think we could have made Dehaka a little bit more simple, but his character was a little bit difficult to kind of figure out. We just make like these really crappy arms here. Little T-Rex arms down here. Wait. We want to look like, see what he looks like when he's colored. I do already have a colored version of him over here. Oh, I forgot. I need to make the tail a separate thingamajig. And the legs too. I'm forgetting my own design. So yeah, when we're animating, we have to color every piece, every frame, unless it's a symbol, and sometimes we can reuse that. But this is kind of how he looks like. Oops, I colored the wrong piece. There we go. There he is. So now we have to animate him attacking. How long do you spend designing the characters to be simplified? It can vary quite a bit. Designing characters, because as you notice, if you've been watching StarCrafts, the characters have somewhat changed over time, especially the Zealot from the beginning. So sometimes it's a little bit of a process, even though we start to show one character. Like the Zealot, his design has changed over time, so it can take a little bit. Sometimes it comes right away, like the Infestor came right away. Characters like Sylvanas, which will be in a soon-to-be episode of Heroes, she came really quick. Vala. So it can vary quite a bit. But it's kind of like the less I think, and like the more I just kind of just do it, the design comes quicker. Like the less I get caught up in the little details. And I was actually thinking of doing a stream where we could just, I think this would be fun if we just do a bunch of Heroes of the Storm characters, Carbot style, and just design them all in one stream. I think would be quite fun to do with you guys. And so you guys can see the design process, and then we can actually just design them all, and then not have to worry about designing for a while. As you can see, we keep the arms pretty simple. They're just actually we gotta move this one a little bit further. So what I'm doing now is a keyframe. Which is Dehaka swinging. Wow, okay, I think we're back. Okay, so the internet went down. I never had trouble with internet at this office until today. It actually went down like minutes before we started streaming. So I don't know what's going on, but it's just deciding to be difficult today, I guess. So we're back, I think. Yeah, we're back. So. Okay, so let's do these keyframes still. And we lost about 200 people. Great. Hopefully they'll come back. If not, that's okay, I guess. And again, when animating, just kind of keep in mind the poses if you can. And try to get the... if you get strong poses, in-betweens are super easy. Super easy if you can get strong poses. So sorry guys about that internet crash. Hopefully it won't happen again. I don't know what it is today. Like, it's just been weird. So you can kind of see, I'll take away the roughs. Okay, you can kind of see, like, if you use your imagination, it's already animated, but not really. So let's go ahead and start to animate this. I like to do the whatever makes it look almost complete first, the frames that help it to come to life as quick as possible, and if I need to continue to add in-betweens, then that's okay with me. Rising up, rather. It's going to be raising itself. There we go. You can kind of see it start to come to life already with that. And actually, I think I need to add in a new keyframe where he's winding up the attack, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and add that first. Again, this can be quite confusing, so I'm just going to take the one onion skin and go the one direction. What music is this? This is crazy. Some sort of Blizzard music. And behind me is Sam. He's the sound editor. If you can actually, yeah, there he is, right there. He's doing the sound, the audio for the some of the cartoons right now. Should probably got this keyframe in first. Dehaka has a lot of parts and pieces, so he's not that simple. As simple as a regular character, unfortunately. So he takes a lot more time to animate. Than the average character. So you can kind of see the movement start to happen here. Once I color it in, you'll see it a lot more. But let's see here. Do an in-between again. Oh, I really screwed up that. Jeez. I really screwed up that. So bad. So bad. There we go, that's better. So it can get kind of confusing with all the lines happening. but once you train your brain to kind of understand what's going on, it becomes a little bit easier. Still confusing sometimes, but a little bit easier. So you can see him kind of swipe there. I do need to do the hand raising up now. Actually, I need to complete that line there. And so let's go ahead and do that. And again, we're just kind of drawing in between each line to make the connection of movement. And I do this as like, I try to do it as quick as possible, but try to keep the animation good. So it's a bit tricky. It's this balance game that I kind of have to do with time. And guys, again, if you would like to support our cartoons, if you really like our cartoons, you can support it $1 at a time at patreon.com/carbotanimations. Link is clickable in the description below. So if it's something that you would like, and oh, there's also rewards too. So there's like, we do like a picture for you, or you get your name in the credits and stuff like that. So that's something you're interested in helping us out, then you can do so. The link is clickable in the description below. And of course, if there's any the top 3 supporters that we get for today, we post right above my head here of the orange lettering. But then everyone who is already a Patreon, or a patron rather, thank you so much, guys. You really make this possible. You really help us out, our small family business. Okay, so we got a little bit of animation going here, and now we can do another swipe here. So this one should be a little less confusing. So now we got to rotate his body again and swipe the other direction. Again, this is not professional animation. Professionally, you would normally, what you would do is do all the rough animation first. But unfortunately, we're a little small studio doing cartoons on YouTube, so we don't have that time to actually put in that kind of work. And unfortunately, you know, obviously releasing cartoons on YouTube doesn't pay the best either, so so we do what we can. But I think, you know, the way it kind of turns out kind of nice. It's the quality that it should be, you know. Doesn't take itself too seriously. Yeah. He's about to swing again. And we could actually even see how this works here. I'm gonna add another layer. And sometimes just that works as well for cheaper animation. I think I'm going to maybe add one more frame in before he swings. Actually, maybe a frame after. So kind of the backswing of it. There we go. Yep. So here we go. Boom, boom. All right, let's look at our roughs. Okay, so he's fighting minions right now, but they don't have to be in the picture at the moment. But and then he grabs a minion right here. So let's draw the pose. And then there. That is Dehaka, not Diablo. Yes, this is Dehaka. Yeah. He's got little T-Rex arms right here. You can tell more by the color as well. It is kind of difficult because if you simplify the characters a lot, it becomes a little bit difficult to distinguish. Luckily, though, we have sound effects, we have behavior, and all that other stuff that is referenced, and I think the color too obviously helps. Oh, this is supposed to be filled in there. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Fail once again. There we go. And then another keyframe where he kind of just shoves them in his mouth. When? Please tell me when. When the StarCraft mod will be released. When? I'm so tired to wait. The StarCraft mod probably in July. Probably. There's a very, very good chance it'll be July. I'm not announcing anything though, but it's very, very good chance. It's almost done. Yeah, so July. I would be a good guess. Hello from Italy. My grandma's from Italy. And now we have a, okay, so let's do the in-betweens here. So again, a lot of it is just doing poses, then in-betweens. It's really, when you break it down, that's what it is. frame in between these ones, get rid of the rough, and I think this is Diablo 1. No, this is Diablo 2 music. 2? Duh. Okay, so wow. So I need to make him swipe a minion, so I gotta add another in-between frame here. Hey Carbot, how is WifeBot doing? She's doing good. Actually, the pregnancy has been pretty easy on her, so we've had it pretty easy, or she has anyway. I guess me too, technically. Yeah, very well. We are 6 months on the way now. 6? June, July. Yeah, 6 months. So. So we're gonna do a. I'll show you a motion blur here. Let's kind of do this for us. This is what I do sometimes to give a fast movement. And if you don't know how the character should look in between certain frames, this is a nice way to be like, he's just moving fast. I think the first person who did this was a guy who he did I think it was Bugs Bunny. What is his name? It starts with W, I think. But yeah, and he started to do like motion blur in cartoons, and it looked really, really nice. There you go. Boom. It kind of just fills that in. So that's this is the frame right here. That's what I just drew. But yeah. So. There's that. I kind of want to make him actually be a little more stout here. He shoves him in his mouth. And here we go. Chuck Jones. There you go. Yep. Chuck Jones is the name. Why did I think W? I don't know why I thought his name started with a W. Probably because Warner Bros. That's probably why. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, but yeah, Chuck Jones is the guy. Yeah, I think it was the company I was thinking of, not the actual guy. Hey, Carbot, you used 2 different versions of Lunara in the Morales episode. One from Heroes of the Dorm episode and a new one for the episode. What happened to consistency? No, the model's the same. Like, the character concept is the same. It hasn't changed. I did reuse animation from that. But she still has the same deer body with the green grass hair coming out. So, to my knowledge, nothing was inconsistent, except maybe the line quality might have been a little bit inconsistent. Because it was on 2 different occasions. here we go. He's gonna toss him in his mouth now, or not toss him, but just eat him. I guess the arm is moving down there. And now we got to go up with this, the next frame here. There we go. Kind of wish I made this guy a little bit more simpler. He's one of those characters that might actually change a bit over time, because he's a little bit too complicated for my liking to animate really fast. Well, it's going to look a little funny because he's not colored yet, but episode with John Cena, very spectacular. Thanks, man. That episode was a little dry until we thought of the John Cena part. You know, once we thought of that, we were like adding that music. We laughed our heads off and we're like, yes, that is what we're meant to do in this episode, because that's exactly what the Punisher is. He just beats the crap out of everyone. What does the logo mean? Dinosaur with the special forces clothing on the car. There's no meaning, really. It's just a bunch of inside jokes with me and my brothers, so there's not much of a meaning there. Sorry to tell you. Okay, so we got another. This is in it. We're in a symbol now, and so what we can do with this symbol, what I made him do is he's itching his face with his foot here, and what we're gonna get him to do is, because I want it to loop, he's gonna keep itching, and so we can use this symbol to do that. I want Overwatch animations. Well, I did one. If you've seen that, there is one there. So there probably will be more on the way. I have no idea when, though. That's the unfortunate thing. Whenever we have time, basically. I do have plenty of ideas for Overwatch. Just to let you know. Yeah, Bart Simpson, basically, yeah. And now we have the one leg coming up. And this is the part that's actually going to be animated. So this is, again, the keyframes. Blizzard supporting your work. Do so, they give you money. Giving you money. Yeah, sometimes we get some, we get like contracts from them or jobs, and so like you've seen that stuff probably a number of times. So yeah, Blizzard is very awesome. They've been very supportive of our work, and they've like they flew us down several times too. They've been great. They've been awesome. Never once were they like pushy about things. They've been really like, you know, we want you to just keep doing what you're doing, kind of thing. There's 666 people watching. Oh my gosh. There you go. Very easy. Okay, so I'm going to speed that up, which means I'm going to remove the length of these frames here, and it should... There we go. I'm going to color this, just so you guys can see what it's like when things are colored. Like this. And then... why is that not coloring there? No, that's why. Sometimes there's these little gaps here. That, there you go. Now the eye. There. There you go. And now we can add in a little bit of a, like a jitter from his head. Kind of that response to the itch, just a tad. So there you go. He has a bit of a jitter from his head, from the scratching there. Hey Carbot, I just wanted to thank you for all your animations. They always make me happy and make me also laugh like a retard. Wow. Thank you, man. Keep it up. Greetings from Germany. Thanks, oh dear. Oh dear? Oh dear? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And let's do one in between frame here to get this kind of happening. Okay. There we go. Gotta correct one thing in here, and that is the arm. Okay. And now we can just paste that there. And what I'm going to do is modify this symbol, because I want him to kind of pant with his tongue. No. And new layer. And now we can just do a tongue pant animation here, which can be pretty easy. Just kind of change the angle a little bit more. Maybe actually even change the arms here. There you go. Okay. Now we can do the tongue. Next episode will be about Dehaka. This episode is like for way later. We're actually ahead, which is awesome. One of the worst things was being behind in episodes. Like it's like, or like being like working from week to week. I've never been. We're actually 10 weeks ahead. Never been 10 weeks ahead before. I've only been like 1 or 2 weeks ahead. So this is actually really, really awesome. To have the time to just finally enjoy summer, because I haven't enjoyed summer for the past 4 years, and not have to stress about this kind of stuff. There you go. That's good. And now we will color the tongue. There's the tongue. Go ahead and color this frame because I'm actually going to copy it. To right here, right in between these two. Okay, and then we got another symbol. This is a sliding in here that I already kind of put in. And this is Jim Raynor in the bushes, about to attack Dehaka. And there's going to be many references in this episode to a specific movie. I won't spoil it for you though. Isn't his tongue green? I think you're right, actually. I'm going to keep it pink though because it just looks better in the color scheme, the simple color scheme I have, and I think turning it green would look, I don't know, it would look weird, what I have going right now. And I know you guys are gonna, when I release this episode, you're gonna be like, Dehaka's tongue is green in the comments. But whatever, that's fine, I don't care. His tongue is gonna be pink in this. That's how it's gonna go. Little Jiminy Wah Wah hiding in the bushes. Okay, so there's the grass. And what we do here, we're going to get rid of the rough stuff. And now we're going to color in the grass gradients. Actually, I think I should probably... whatever. Okay. See how this goes. Okay. Let's try this again here. There we go. That looks a lot better. Hey, and we got our first supporter of the day. Thank you so much, Frost Wolf Corpse, for supporting us on patreon.com/carbot animations. Really appreciate it, buddy. You're really helping us out. And that actually gives you access to our Minecraft server, which should be fun. And, of course, Patreon play every now and again. I'll go ahead and add you up there, buddy. I think it's this. What is this one? This one. Nope, it's not that one. Frost Wolf Corpse. Frost Wolf Corpse. That's the name. And $5. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate that. And guys, if you're wondering what Patreon is, it's just basically an automated tip service. Allows any of you to support us $1 at a time. Each time we release a cartoon. It's super safe for supporters. And it's super helpful for content creators. It's really awesome. And there's a little rewards there as well for the amount that you pledge per episode. There's also a monthly limit, so you can never get screwed over of, like, you know, whatever. We can't screw you over that way either. So you can put a monthly limit on. And yeah, so. All right, little Jiminy Wah-Wah. Being the hero that he is. Gonna attack Dehaka. I think we got everything. Oh yeah, then he bros. That's right. Alright. Almost done this scene here. Can you give the name of the playlist, please, Carbot? It's just a bunch of Blizzard music. So right now what's playing is Ice Fortress, Fall of the Lich King album. But it's just randomized. It's been randomly going through a bunch of different music. Oh, excuse me. So once again, we're gonna have Dehaka burrow, and so I'm gonna just do the keyframes, which I kind of did the roughs to. You'll see that here. So that's the keyframes. So you kind of get the idea of the animation. Again, if you're going to start animating, this is the best way to do it. Space out the keyframes and kind of so it almost looks animated already. Carbot, are you okay with people using pictures as your profile pictures? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, whatever. That's cool. That's totally cool, actually. It's kind of like free advertisement, I guess. But yeah, that's awesome. It's flattering, actually, if anything. So now we do the in-betweens. Which, again, if it's kind of quicker movements, we don't have to be too picky. And add another keyframe, and what I'm actually going to do is move this. Use a symbol as the keyframe here. So he's going to start to go down his head. So sometimes we don't have to draw stuff. I'm gonna add in a bit of a tilt on him. So now he starts to go down. That easy, man. This is Jimmy. Jiminy. I call him Jiminy. This is Jiminy Wah. Alright. And then add an in between here. Which is gonna look like that. It's going into the ground, and then add in one more frame. So now we did a burrow. I'm going to put an effect later to help with the dirt flying everywhere. But right now I'm just going to leave it as is. Hey, we got another supporter. Thank you so much, Toastus Maximus. $5. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Toastus Maximus. Guys, give it up for Toastus Maximus for supporting us on Patreon. Here. That's Sam in the background. Toastus Maximus. I'm so curious with some people's Toastus Maximus. With some people's screen names, like where do they get these names from? Sometimes Frost Wolf Corpse, Toastus Maximus. And I think we just got another one. Jim McDaniel, thank you so much, buddy. $15, man. Jim McDaniel. Thank you so much, Jim. Guys, give it up for Jim. He's pledged $15.
John.
Yeah.
What you should have done is when happens to burrows, you should throw a shovel up and it lands on DC's head. Just additional things.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, give it up for Jim and Toastus. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You really are helping our small business out. Small little family business. And really making our dreams come true, really. This is something we obviously have passion for. But thank you so much. And I owe you a picture, Jim. At some point. Actually, I'm going to make it consistent and do that. Yes, Jim. Yes. Give him a round of applause, guys. He is a trooper. Yeah, and Jim, feel free to let me know when you want that picture. It generally takes about a month because we got to wait till, obviously, the pledges have gone through. But yeah, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. There you go. There goes the Dehaka. Maybe I'll just color the rest of this while I'm here. You guys can see the coloring process, which is like, it's not bad. It's actually a nice little change from just animating, so I don't mind it. It is pretty tedious. Oh shoot, the arms have to be colored. It is kind of tedious because I have to go through every frame and do this. Blah. But it's a nice change in pace compared to animating, which can really like be pretty not fun sometimes. Sometimes it's really fun, but sometimes like because I do it so much, I animate obviously, and it gets a little bit tiresome sometimes. But the fact that we were able to do, oh, just a line, as much as we're able to do is awesome. Really awesome. I forgot these shoulders here. They're actually missing here. Hey, we got a new supporter, Lick Hang Wong. Thank you so much, man. If you guys, oh, he upped his pledge. Wong, I never realized that you were a patron. Sorry about that. To $10. Thank you so much, man. Lick Hang Wong. Which is now. I'm gonna make it $5. Wong, because it went up $5. So thank you so much for bringing up. Actually, whatever. I'll Lick Hang Wong. I'll just put $10. $10. $10. There we go. 5, 10, 15. Thanks so much, guys. Give it up for Lick Hang Wong. He was actually one of the top supporters in the StarCrafts mod. So he's actually been really supportive of our work. So he's really dear to my heart. And I think we just got another supporter, James Newlands. Thank you so much, man. $30. Holy crap, James. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That is, you take the new top spot, James Newlands. $30. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate that. Guys, give it up for James and Lick Hang Wong. Jeez. That's pretty good. That's pretty good today. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Helping us do the funnies. So I think I colored all the blue that I need to color. We have no daily goal. We should maybe do like a goal for Patreon, and if we reach a certain goal, we do something. I don't know what. We do something. That'd be kind of fun. And not dress up like a woman like you guys made me do in the friggin' Kickstarter or Indiegogo for the StarCraft mod. It was like, I think it was, if we reached our goal that day, or something like that, then we would, I said, what should I do? And then everyone voted on, did I screw up here? Okay. Everyone voted on me dressing like a woman. So I had to follow through, and I dressed like a woman. It was the worst experience of my life, but we did it. I wore Justine's dress, my wife's dress, and yeah, needless to say that it didn't fit very well. How did I forget his tail? Somehow I forgot his tail. Holy crap. Toastus Maximus getting back up on the scoreboard, increasing his pledge to 15. Thank you so much, man. Sorry, Wong. Toastus Maximus he's back. And he wants his name up in lights. 15. Oh wait, I actually should be going here. There you go. That's the most recent supporter there. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. And you know, guys, I have to say, I'm always amazed at the amount of support, freely giving you guys are, and how freely giving our fan base is, and I don't know, it just that's awesome. That's really awesome to get that kind of enthusiasm and support from your fan base. Like, it's really good. It's really heartwarming. Which I think we just got a new supporter, Quarks Ryle. Oh, I'm gonna get this. Rylesma. Quarks Rylesma. Thank you so much, man. $5. Appreciate the pledge. Again, and of course the rewards that come with it. Hope you enjoy those as well. And actually, we should really do a Patreon play soon, because I haven't done one in a while. Which maybe we'll do it today. Maybe we'll do it today. We're getting so many. I don't know what our total is right now, but we're getting quite a bit. Good on you, Toastus, yeah. Critical reviews. Good encouragement. Encouraging words. Appreciate the stuffs. And I wanted to think of like something that would be cool that we could potentially do as like I have some stretch goals up there on the Patreon right now, but I don't know. I feel like there could be something a lot more interesting that we could do that wouldn't require so much time on our end, but you guys might even enjoy even more. I don't know what that is though, but something like maybe some. Like we could release a wallpaper pack if we reach a certain amount or something like that that we could do. But if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to suggest any Patreon goals if we reach a certain amount that you think would be really cool, and then we could potentially do it. Look at Jiminy. Look at Jiminy. Grass here. Grass. Put this. So we got to. I might just do that. Make sure we lock our layers before we actually start to. Cut stuff up. So it's this episode is referencing something in particular, which I think people will enjoy. Put some grass in the back. What about a download of the StarCraft seasons? It could be that. I prefer it not to be, just because. I guess for the patron, the patron people, that's fine. Because I say probably a good quarter to half our views come from past episodes, which is a big chunk of our income, and to lose that could be damaging to actually our actual whole business. So that's not quite ideal. I think eventually, when we're no longer producing those types of cartoons or something, we may do that one day, but I prefer not to do that in particular, just because it would actually hurt us financially, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I was thinking of maybe it would be kind of cool to have a playlist with some extra. So we take a playlist of past episodes, but we add an extra, or maybe a whole video actually of past episodes through, say, Patches's view, but then we add an extra scenes to string them together, so you're always following Patches through the season in his point of view and what happened to him. I think that would be kind of cool to see and to do. If I made any sense there, I don't know if I made much sense, but I know what I'm talking about, so. Get some catnip in the grass. I already did Dehaka there. That's fine. Alright. I'm French and I follow your video, Carbot. Awesome. My sister-in-law is going to France, actually. Wait, are you Quebec French or France French? Carbot, you guys are the best. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I never know what to say to those comments. You are the best. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, obviously that's awesome. It's awesome to hear. Yes, Internet Chromer knows what I'm referencing here. You know, man. You know what's happening. There's gonna be a lot of references to that. Okay, so this is mainly already animated. So I don't need to animate that scene actually. And, here we are. Where'd you see? So there's the hawk on right. I want to see Gul'dan found Illidan in the crystal. Actually, funny that you say that. Whoever said that. You want to see Gul'dan finding Illidan in the crystal? That's already half animated. We animated that like 6 months ago. But we're going to wait till Legion is released to release that, I think. Just so the timing's better. Alright, so we got my keyframes here. So he comes out. You can see him kind of here. Now he's orange. He comes out in the back, and then he starts chasing after her. So I gotta make sure these look decent. So what I'm gonna kind of do is work backwards just to make sure I got the right proportions on this guy. Greetings from Denmark. Thanks. Love your work. Thanks, Tobias. Tobias Christensen. I've never been to Denmark. I've been... most I've been in, like, Europe is, like, England. Went to England 2 years ago. It's pretty cool. I love old structures, so it was, like I love like seeing old structures and stuff. So, I mean, obviously, Europe is a great place for a lot of historic structures, which I loved. They're creepy, but that's part of the reason why I love it. I don't know. It's really cool. I love thinking about what they did with those structures and everything. Who lived there? Blah blah blah. Where I live, we have like some like old pioneer cabins sometimes, or like forts. There's a lot of old forts from the War of 1812, which is really cool. But not like old castles or anything like that. His body more down because he's landing kind of. Gotta really exaggerate that movement sometimes. Hello from Latvia. Fans all over the planet. Hello from Pongrimar. Even in World of Warcraft. Pongrimar. I don't think I've heard that, surprisingly. Yeah. Hello from Greece, Brazil, Ukraine. Hello from my couch. From the Spear of Adun. From Mother Russia. I gotta say, I think one of the coolest accents is a Russian accent. I think if I could have any accent, I think I would choose a Russian accent. They're one of the coolest, I think. Sounds legit. Hello from Kazakhstan. Hello from Israel. Jeez, that's crazy. Are you guys just making up stuff right now? There's so many like different countries. Good thing we can all semi-understand or understand English. Or at least one language that we can talk to. I'm so glad I was born English speaking, because I found like when I was trying to learn French, it was like super tough. Or actually, well, I was like grade 4 to 9, so it's like, I don't know, I was a stupid kid, so maybe if I did it now, it'd be a lot better results. But originally, I had no interest in learning language, and yeah, I just wasn't interested, I guess. And the way they presented it too, they made French seem so like boring. The lessons were so boring. I couldn't stand it. When you're in Canada, it's mandatory. I don't know if it's mandatory in the western provinces, but it's mandatory in Ontario to take 5 years of French, and I learned next to nothing in those 5 years. Bonjour. Yeah. Hello from Poland. I think we got another supporter. Yeah, we did. Rise Above the Darkness just pledged $5. Thank you so much, Rise Above the Darkness. $5? Yeah, $5. Okay. Thank you so much, man. Give it up for Rise Above the Darkness, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for supporting the cartoons and our little business here we got going. Alright, now that I got the 2 keyframes done, I can kind of string them together. I probably actually will need more than 2 keyframes, because he still has got to travel over here. Let's say. Yeah, so I'm going to have to make him move over here, so I'm probably going to have another keyframe. Going to remove the roughs. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have another keyframe. So he's going to be jumping kind of to the side here. I was tracing somewhat over the previous, or the next frame, just to, so I can move them around here now. Get the proportions right. Tail, can't forget about that. Yeah, I think I really need to simplify him. Okay, so let's do the beginning frames here. Idea: you should make a animation about hello for every country. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to have a some sort of like. Actually, YouTube gives analytics, so I get to see who views from which country. And right now it's like top country who views our stuff is the United States, then it's South Korea, And then it's, I think it's like Germany. Russia's up there. Canada's like in 6th or something like that. But yeah. So what is great about computers is that I can actually draw where the character is and then just move the drawing so I don't have to lose the proportions. Which is great. So I can just slightly kind of do what I need to do over here. And then kind of just shift the add another frame here. Just kind of still kind of swaying the other way. Probably won't even see that arm. I think I'm going to color this guy. So whenever I have a frame that's duplicated, I always make sure I color it first, just because then I don't have to color it twice. And so what I'm going to do is actually use this frame to to actually make him kind of pop out of the bushes here. He goes, whomp. So right here, the problem what I see is kind of bothering me is that he comes out all nice. He comes out. He's gonna come out of the bushes here, and then he lands, and then he pops up, and then all of a sudden he's just running straight immediately, which feels a little bit mechanical. So I'm gonna add in a couple frames just to make him kind of ease into that position, which is cool. How long until the baby is born? 3 months. September 5th is the expected date. Do patrons get access to the VODs of live streams, Carbot? Because if not, that could be something of a reward. We leave the live streams is for the public. That's how we've been doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would be too much of a desired reward. I don't know. It could be like the VODs for the live streams.
What if, I don't know if this is possible, what if patrons get access to the full mod a week early? Is that possible?
Yeah. Patrons, can get access to the maybe the alpha or whatever, the beta testing of the mod. So we're definitely gonna invite patrons to do that. So that is something as well. Yeah.
That makes it possible.
Okay. Oh my gosh, just getting confused with all these lines here. Go ahead again. Bring it down here. So he lands on this leg now. yeah, that idea is not a bad idea, but I don't like we've already been offering it for free anyway, so I don't know. It feels weird to take it away. Where is the $150 or where is button get $150? I'm not sure if I understand. Why not give patrons voting privileges for new videos out of a given list? I don't know if you decide. That is something I saw other patrons do, and yeah, we could probably do something like that. I guess part of the problem is that it's hard to do certain videos if I'm not inspired to do them. Like it's hard to make them it's hard to be happy with it if or to think of. I don't know, it's just harder when we're not inspired. So if somebody just tells us to do certain videos, it becomes a little bit difficult. But we could try that out, actually. That's not a bad idea. We'll start to give, like the straw polls on Patreon and get people to vote on certain things. And we should, yeah, we'll try that out. We'll do it. See how that goes and see if it's something that works. Because sometimes there has been ideas that you guys have commented on the videos, and then we're like, oh, that's genius. And sometimes it's about that specific video, and I'm like, and it's such a good idea, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? And one of them was the Christmas special where the locust flies up and says, "Blizzard buff us, everyone." And someone's like, why didn't it time out and die? And I don't know. I have no answer. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm so sad that I didn't think of that. But yeah. Just let them vote out a big list to use as a guide. If you don't feel inspired, do the top vote. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, that's what I mean. You say, hey, I have 3 videos I'm trying. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's good. So kind of here's some ideas, but they can give some more ideas if they want to maybe inspire us. That's a good idea. There has been a couple people who private messaged us and gave ideas as well. But I think going a little bit more public with the patron supporters, I think that's great. It's good stuff. I gotta make Nova visible there. They seriously make his arm that small? Whatever. Am I the only one who loves Overwatch? No, what's up? You are not the only one who loves Overwatch. It is loved by many.
Look at Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah, just look at Twitch. Exactly, yeah. Overwatch is extremely polished, I think. The only thing I would say that I wish there was missions, but that might come later as a purchasable pack. You get missions for characters. Yeah. But the game, for what it is awesome. Really awesome. And really refreshing from Blizzard too, because the same 3 franchises all the time, it's a little bit boring. I think they really needed that. Okay, so starting to get to the point where I can actually let this running animation take over. Is there any reason to speak your native language? Because you're talking to other people. My native language is Canadian mumble. That's what that is. That's what I am. Okay, boom. Again, I kind of screwed up here. I want to squish the leg down a lot more. We're just about done here. Okay, so he comes in, boom, blah, blah. Okay, that's a lot better. I still, I think I need to tweak that original, this running part here to make it bounce a little more, but it's looking a lot better. Okay, let's go ahead and color that. As well, since we're here. Alright, I got a question for you guys, actually. What is the... what do you think is going to happen at BlizzCon this year? What do you think they're going to announce? Or talk about, or reveal, or whatever? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And then I'll give my thoughts. I do know some stuff, and so I won't talk about that. But... I'll make some guesses on certain things that I can talk about, because I don't know, so I'll make guesses. And it'll be about a franchise that I don't communicate with, so there's no way I could know. Announcing World of Warcraft 3? Warcraft 4? Another WoW expansion? This one hasn't even come out yet. That's basically what they did last time, though. New expansion for Diablo 3. Warcraft 3 HD. Do you want to be awesome? I really hope that sooner or later they start to release HD versions or remakes of old games. I think HD versions would be better, but either way, I would really love a Diablo 1 remake. Even a Diablo 2 remake would be really awesome. Team Fortress 2 hats, yeah. StarCraft 3. StarCraft 3. I highly doubt StarCraft 3 is going to be a thing for a really long time. It's only about private server drama. More DLC. 4 DLC. Hats for Overwatch. Warcraft 3 confirmed? Or Warcraft 4 confirmed? I don't know about Warcraft 4. Like, I don't know. RTS seems to be a struggling brand. Like, StarCraft is the best, and even StarCraft struggles. So you would have to, like, you have to change the concept completely, I think, of how the RTS works for a more modern day approach.
Warcraft, the movie, the game.
Yeah, yeah. What's gonna happen? This is okay. I'm gonna give you a sneak preview, guys. This is what's gonna happen at BlizzCon. All right, it's gonna be. Don't tell anyone. This is the big game reveal. Is Warcraft, the movie, the game. That's what it is. Warcraft, the movie, the game. And then they're gonna make a movie out of the game. So then after that they'll release a movie called Warcraft, the movie, the game, the movie. Don't tell anyone though. That's private stuff. Yeah. So what I wanted to actually talk about is the Diablo 4 rumors and the Diablo expansion possibility. So what I think, again, I have no knowledge of Diablo. I have no connection with their team. I've never talked to anyone from their team about anything. I'm sure I've talked to somebody from there. Actually, I do remember one time I talked to somebody from their team. But I don't know. I've never been told anything about Diablo. Oh yeah, my face, I guess, is being blocked by that little icon thing, isn't it? But anyway, so what I think is going to happen. So I have no insider here. What I think is going to happen, though, is that they will, I think there's a slim chance for Diablo 4. I think it's a Diablo 3 expansion, but it could be Diablo 4. And the reason why I think that is because maybe they use the same engine and just whatever. I don't know, because once you have the engine, it things get a lot easier. But however, at the same time, then they have to make like a whole expansion is so much less work because you're just adding on to a story you already made. If you're making Diablo 4, you got to make a whole new, not a whole new story, but a whole plot, almost a standalone plot. But you know what I'm saying. It's not an expansion. So I think it's most likely to be an expansion. But I think what the big thing is that they're changing. I feel like they'll change. This expansion will change a lot. I think so. If you look at the end of Diablo 2 or Diablo 3, I mean, the Reaper of Souls, what they did was they had they said, like, spoiler alert, by the way, you beat Malthael, big shock, and then Tyrael's narrating and he says something to the effect of, you know, you've become so powerful, you've defeated everyone, you're so great, and so please don't become corrupt, basically, is what he says. He's like, don't, what is with all this stuff going on in the chat here? Alright guys, enough with the name calling. I'm gonna silence you all if you stop it. But anyway, so what I was saying was, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he says, like, yeah, you're the best, basically, and don't become corrupt. That's what he's saying. And so what I think is that's foreshadowing that Diablo, they'll finally focus on like a PvP experience. Hold on, I got Skype going. Okay, thanks, Tim. There. All right. I became a modder for a second there. All right, there we go. All right, so hopefully the drama can stop now. But yeah, I think that that is a foreshadowing for PvP, and I think, well, this is what I think should happen anyway, and I hope it does, because I think it would be really good for the Diablo franchise. So Diablo has a constant theme of like corruption, like characters get corrupted. There's a lot of characters who are fallen or get corrupted. It happens quite a bit in the lore and sometimes in the actual game itself. I can't animate and talk at the same time. I suck at this. But so what I think is that in the next expansion, you will have the choice between heaven or hell. So your character can become corrupted because of certain things, and that opens up this PvP experience. And so the final boss, depending on what you choose, that's who you fight. So you either fight the primevals, or you fight like Imperius or something like that, depending on if you choose heaven or hell. Yeah, I think that's what happens. So I think the focus will be on PvP, and I think there'll be that. There should be anyway that decision for good or evil, basically. I think that'd be cool. Another thing that I think they'll do, again, this is I've thought about a lot. This is what I think, and hopefully will happen, is that they will, losing my train of thought again. They will add they will add purchasable DLC, and they will be new classes. This is what I really hope happens, and they bring back old Diablo 2 classes like the Necromancer, which I find it interesting that they added him in I think he's the most requested class, so I wouldn't be surprised. But the Druid Amazon crossover, I saw someone comment on that, and I thought that was really cool, like a Druid Amazon hybrid class of Diablo 2. But adding in DLC for classes, like, why not? That would be awesome. But yeah. They'll announce StarCraft 2 tournaments that we played the mod from now on. Sure, that'd be good. Good for business. But yeah, so those are my thoughts in a nutshell. I really think that they'll add this PvP element to it. They've been wanting to for a while, and you'll join Heaven or Hell, and that'll be like the theme of it. They will DLC, because they want to make more money, obviously, and having more classes would be nice. But yeah, so that's what I think. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be the best stuff to do. Do I think any of my It'd Be Coolest will happen? You know, I did get a feedback from Blizzard about the Kane one, and they thought it was great. So I don't know. You never know. Even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. So, but I actually don't have any idea. Maybe it inspire them at the very least. That would be great if it could inspire some ideas. That'd be pretty cool as well. Okay, now we have to. I've been taking so long to animate Nova here, which I don't even have to animate very much. Speaking of which, Diablo 2 music. There we go. Pay to win? No, it would be just the classes that you would get more access to classes. And the classes should be balanced, so it shouldn't be pay to win still. If you have to pay to, yeah, obviously they learned their lesson from the auction house that really did ruin the game. It kind of defeated the purpose of trying to find loot. Someone said any plans for the Diablo series? Kind of. I would really like to do Diablo 1 for like 5 episodes or something. So maybe that will happen. If I do it, I think I'll do it as like a Christmas present to you guys. Like release it all in December. So do it all at once and then release it all in December, or November, December. Maybe that could be a reward for Patreon. Is if we get a certain amount, then we can do a Diablo series for a bit or something, or a couple of them anyway. I think she like turns around. Yeah, she does. Okay. So I need to. Oh, it's so annoying. Duplicate. And I need to make her turn around now. If you do Diablo 1, yeah, so we would start from Diablo 1 and then we continue onward, is what my hopes would be. That's the difficult thing. I don't like, we're actually using, we have another animator that we're kind of using, and we're hoping there'll be a future with this guy, and he seems pretty good. His enthusiasm is really good, and I think that's one of the more important things. His skill is pretty good as well. I think he needs to, there's still like a learning curve there, but he's pretty awesome, all things considered. So hopefully he'll turn out really well, and then that'll be an extra animator on board. But yeah. And yes, I'm using Adobe Flash CS6. Thanks for letting whoever asked that know. Diablo 1 is old, I know. I love it. Love Diablo 1. I think the atmosphere is the best. What are you gonna say, Sam?
You have a mistake, Victor, too.
Oh, do I?
He's throwing a rock and then it turns into toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Want me to write that down?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Whatever. Not a big deal. Gotta make this hair flutter in the wind. But yeah, we have another It'd Be Cool If coming out very soon. Tomorrow, actually. And it's about Mephisto. Again, I love... oh, there's Mephisto in the chat right now. I love the Diablo franchise. I wasn't as... Like, I was on the side of... I didn't really like Diablo 3 when it came out. It was just... I don't know. But it's improved a lot since then. I still feel like... I think they did a great job improving it. Like, it's gotten a lot better, but I'm still a little bit sad about the whole Diablo franchise and stuff. Like, I think it had... I don't know. how dark and serious the world was. That's what I loved about it, and now it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like a Diablo world as much. And so yeah, I think that's part of my reasoning there. So I really hope they go back to their roots, which I felt like they did in the expansion a bit. That it was a lot more darker. Still not the to the point where I would love, but yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool if I was in Heroes of the Storm. Actually, we're working on our website now, and we have like a little biography section going, and we lay it out in a Heroes of the Storm fashion. Yeah, Diablo 3 is still, I think there's a lot of, I love the new updates they did actually, with like just exploring more of Leoric's manor and stuff like that. I thought was really cool, and getting locked on and shield and stuff like that. So again, I feel like they're getting back on track with the franchise, and I hope they continue to go in that direction. Yeah. Here's her looking back. I think I need to do a there you go, ponytail. And then I can make her just copy the frames to look back. There we go. It's taking a little longer than it should. Then wherever she looks back here. There we go. There we go. And then I guess she looks back again. That's what I'm gonna do. There we go. Now we have a scene there. We gotta color a bit here. There we go. Why has StarCraft been the most focused on all the animations? Well, that's what we started with. That's probably the game I probably play Heroes more, but yeah, that's just the franchise we started with, and I wouldn't want to drop it like that, just like so quickly and easily, just because like we do get way more views from the other, not way more, but we do get quite a bit more from other franchises, so it's just it's better here. There we are. So, which is great. But you know, we have a story going with the StarCraft one. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to just abandon it. There we go. So, here we are here. Probably can give us a little shake. Okay, so we want him to run in raw. Probably make him a bit more in motion. So we can closer. I love the masking tool on here. It's great. Allows for this kind of effect to happen. Then we got Nova. Oh, that's red. You don't see this stuff behind here, so I don't have to worry about that really. The head. There we go. There we go. So we're going to turn that into motion tween and she's going to look over. There we go. Maybe adding a little bit of, there you go, looks a little better. There. And I forgot to do the rear view mirror. color this blue as well. There we go. There we go. I'll add in a little, actually, just to help with the effect here. We're adding a little bit of a shine. And so, what happened? Okay. And then we can, did it color that? Oh, it's just that. And then we can change the transparency, and it'll give like a little bit of a, mirror effect. And then of course a background will help a lot too. So let's just do a really quick background. Not for now. And then we'll add in the objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. Writing objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. There we go. I think it's and then we'll change the font to something a little bit more legible. There we go. And now there we go. Now we got this. Ah. All right, next up. Sick reference. There's a couple more in here. So here we are again, similar kind of situation. She's still in the vulture. I realized after making this episode that it's basically all StarCraft characters that are in this one. I think it's because of the humanoid and the modern. I wanted to reference friggin' Jurassic Park. Okay. And then we gotta put her inside, new layer, lock the old one. And once again, we need to do 2 separate layers for her because her hair needs to be fluttering. If you don't do the hair fluttering, then it doesn't look right. Like it doesn't look like she's moving, really. So it's kind of an important bit. New layer for the hair, and do the hair here. So what we do is create the hair into its own symbol, and then we can make it flutter all by itself. Turn the onion skin on, and do the fluttering, show the speed. Just kind of make it go back and forth, and I usually do 4 frames for like stuff like this. So it gives a bit of variety. If I did 2, it would be too repetitious. 4 seems to be a good amount of variety for something like this. So we'll do the 4. I think you need a snack. I kind of do, actually. Which I need a bathroom break too. Which I might just do shortly. After this scene. Take a break. And then let's do this thing, the vulture. And right there like that. Now I need to, once again, she looks back. So you have to do basically the same thing here. But from a different angle. The thing about 2D, unlike 3D, you have to redo everything almost all the time. However, 3D, I wouldn't want to deal with 3D because then you have to render. I don't think my computers are powerful enough to render all that for 3D 3D models. I think 2D is kind of refreshing. A lot of things are 3D now, so I think 2D is I mean, if we ever make games, I think I might maybe stick to 2D, but I don't know, maybe stick to 3, maybe go to 3D eventually. I don't know. 3D is more flexible. That's why it's used so much more. It's much more flexible, but it does take more powerful computers. Again, I do 4 frames. 4. There it is. The hair. Once again. And so now she kind of looks back. What I'll have to do, actually, I thought I colored this. There you go. That's why. I'll add in 1 frame where her head is in the mid turning, just so there's it's actually animated. She'll look a little better. So right here. So it's kind of confusing to see right now, but her eyes are starting to look back. So her mouth is around here. And yeah. If I take the onion skin off, you'll see it. Yeah. So just adding that 1 frame helps a lot, actually. With it helps a lot for that. Hello from Russia. Hello. There are a lot of programs that works better for 3D, but not so easy 2D. Take Unity 3D as example. Yeah, I don't know. I've only tried 3D a little bit at school, and they didn't spend enough time on it. And there's a class of 30, so any questions you have kind of just get, like, they don't get answered really, and the whole experience is a little bit frustrating. Yeah. Don't forget the little mirror. Oh, okay, you're holding me true to that. Okay, fine. I'll add in the mirror. There you go. You got me. There's the mirror. Okay, I really gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Listen to the wonderful Terran music as I am not here. Wookie. We do it in 24 frames a second, actually, pretty close. But we do it on twos, which means we only we do every other frame. So technically, it's 12 frames a second, but in certain so when you see like a frame that's this small, that's 24 frames a second. Like this is all 24. So certain faster movements, we do 24. But in like when we're animating other stuff, it's like just regular movement. It's 12 frames a second. So, are you doing it solo, or that guy draws in the background with you? That guy in the background is Sam. He's the audio editor. He's the website designer, which we're releasing a new version of the website soon. And he's the he does all these odd jobs basically. And yeah, so. All right, so we got our next. Oh, I need to make her so she will look back and stay looking back. Somebody's messaging me. Sam, Zor Cove says you do a great job.
Oh, he's my new favorite.
Zor Cove or Kov, Zorkov,
Orkov?
something like that.
Is he Russian?
I don't know. It might be just a name. It's Xorkov.
X-O-R.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Have you seen Warcraft? I have not seen the movie. No, I haven't.
It's out in a few places already.
I know. I'm nervous. There's some bad reviews. Okay, so I got this guy here, which I'm going to Dehaka just jumping out of the bushes. Again, he's in a symbol, so I'm going to animate him just a little bit, so he won't be too difficult here. Oh my. My wife just texted me. Okay. Probably make the tail end here go somewhere else. You need more. Wait, what is the delay on the YouTube streaming? I think it's about a minute. Yeah, I think a minute is the delay. That's generally what it is for a lot of streams. It's about 30 seconds to a minute. I think Twitch is usually 30 seconds. Yeah, I'll tell my wife you guys say hi through text. The stream says hi. There we go. Yeah, I have a wife and she's pregnant. Pregnant with a little girl. If you guys didn't know, we're having a girl. That's pretty awesome. I'm a little bit nervous, but you know, that's that. yeah, it's also pretty exciting too. I've always wanted to be a dad. I always imagined myself having kids like younger, like when I'm younger, like I got like when I was like 24, 28 now. So I wanted to be a young dad. Kind of am, I guess. Yeah, so now the I have 3 daughters and 4 guns. Just in case. It's good. I should get a gun myself. Keep them boys away. Okay. So now we're going to turn these arms into symbols, actually. Here we go. Convert to symbol, and we're going to copy it and actually create a new layer. So this one has a lot of layers because what I'm going to do is make a slow-mo effect. Actually, I kind of want to swap this like this. There we go. The slow-mo effect, so he will look like he's going slow motion. Is basically what I want to do. And so I turn everything into symbols so we can make motion tweens. So I'm going to turn his head into a symbol now, and then his body and everything else once I color it. Always color before you turn into a symbol, because it's kind of annoying to go through a bunch of symbols and recolor and color by going in and out of symbols. So okay, so turn that into a symbol now. Turn this into a symbol. I'm actually going to leave the tail as not a symbol. Okay, and I'll show you why in a bit. So what we're going to do is there's a long slow motion scene here. So we're going to create motion tween, extend this a lot, and then just adjust to what we want in this slow motion. I want his arms to move. And then his so they're on here. Make sure the anchor's there. Okay. And then actually I'm gonna make the head move up a bit. There we go. And then the leg, oh, didn't make that into a symbol. So kind of like he's still jumping. It's gonna move that way. And then this foot back here, actually I'm gonna start it a little lower. And it's gonna have the illusion that he's still leaping. And then the tail, I'm gonna create into a shape tween. Create shape tween. And what that does, and hopefully it kind of screws up quite a bit, but you'll see. So I make a key, it turns into a green bar here, and I make a keyframe at the end, and I can right click on it and do envelope. And what that will do, I can tweak the actual shape of the tail, so I can make it look tailish while it moves. So hopefully it works. Yes. Okay, so it has worked so far. I'm gonna make it a little bit more now. Hopefully that, okay, there. So you can see it kind of moving as well. So there you go. 2 of his arms were chopped off. I tried making it so his arms were chopped off, and it was a little bit weird looking, and it was kind of weird. But if you use one of the alts, his arms grow back. So whatever. I don't know. All right, so we got him here coming out, and now we got like a slow motion kind of. Okay, looks like it's not slow enough. And now he lands and the bike flips over him. So I'm going to draw him in this position. Hey Carbot, I was wondering if you play any non-Blizzard games and if you consider making them non-Blizzard game-based animations. I have. One of the games that I loved was Counter-Strike. I haven't played it in a bit, but I was playing it a lot last summer. I got up to like, I can't remember. The 2 AKs crossed. That was the Wegos and Gold Nova 2 or something, I don't know. So that's one of the games. I used to love Super Smash. I don't really play that much anymore, unfortunately. That's it. Like, I don't know, since I've been doing this, I've been mostly, not all, but mostly playing Blizzard games. So it's kind of consumed my life. And yeah, I'm using a stylus, which is for a Cintiq, and I'll show you guys what I'm using here. For the, you can see, this is what I'm drawing on. Or actually, I'll change it to just me. You guys can see. So this is the setup. So you guys are over here on this screen, okay? And then here we have, this is where I draw. So it's pretty cool. Drawing it, whatever. So there's some programmable buttons at the side, but I don't really use those. I just use my keyboard. And yeah, so this is my setup. Let's go back to animating. So what it's called is a Cintiq. It's Wacom Cintiq, or Wacom Cintiq. I like to say Wacom because Wacom sounds kind of weird, to say the least. But it's pretty expensive, and but it was worth the investment. And does my back hurt when I draw? Sometimes. Sometimes my wrist does too. The one thing I gotta be careful of is like stuff like carpal tunnel. But so far I've been pretty good. For a while there it was a little bit painful, but overall I'm pretty lucky, I think. I was thinking of doing web comics. What website do you suggest? So you mean like do you mean like what do you mean by what website? Like what web comics do you suggest, or what website you should upload it on? Is that what you're asking? I'll try to keep my eye on the chat for you. Boom, this guy. You plan to make a video about Legion? Yes, we were halfway done one of the videos. We actually started it a while back, but will not be released until Legion is released. It's actually the one where they release Illidan. It's that thing. Will you make a Zelnaga model? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. From Inspired. Website to upload them on. Okay. If you make your own, you can put ads on it and stuff, and so that's cool, you know. But DeviantArt, I think it's Deviant. I think that's how it's pronounced. Is where a lot of artists go. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. I don't really know like websites specifically where you can upload comics on. So I'm not too much of help, but I do know that DeviantArt is where a lot of artists put their stuff up and it gets recognized and noticed. And I think it gets upvoted too. It's kind of like an imager of art, kind of. A lot of people get hired through that. So you can try that out. And then also do your own website, which is good because then you have like DeviantArt to kind of push people to your website. So what I'm doing here is he's landing, so his body hits first in his legs. So his body is further down, and his legs are going to be a little more squished. And his arms and head are still up. Same with his tail. And then the next shot, his body comes up, his head and arms come down. And then they follow through. Now his head can come up. Sort of a trail effect here. He'll bring his head up now. Yeah, I really feel like I need to simplify this character a bit more. Add him in for more episodes. So now you can kind of see that impact happen. We can actually... well, I should make his tail actually come down. I don't know why I kept it up there. So we can actually, I'm gonna do a little something here. So now he comes down and he has this little bounce on him, which helps with things. Alright, so basically he's just blocking the cart here. Okay. There's a little ninja pose. Go. I missed the frame. Oops. Hate when I do that. Now he comes, and so this is what we got so far here. Wow. I guess I need to make the, shoot, I just realized I need to make this here, slow motion. Right here, I need to. So this we're gonna kind of just duplicate. goes. Yeah. And we can get rid of the Dehaka rough behind him. And she crashes into him. So I'm going to just grab the bike here. How long will you stream today? We're probably going to be closing on the stream very soon, actually. So I probably should go eat something. But, so what time is it? It's 2? We'll go to 2:30. And we'll end the stream there. But guys, I want to say at this point, thank you to everyone who has supported us today on Patreon. Thank you, James Newlands, Toastus Maximus, Jim McDaniel. There's a couple others that I'm trying to remember. Let me just check. Also, Quarks Rylesma, Lik Hang Wong for upping his pledge. Jim, oh, I already said him. Rising Above the Darkness, and Frost Wolf Corpse, who actually got the ball rolling. So thank you all you guys for supporting. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, guys, you can at patreon.com/carbotanimations. Helps us out a ton. There's actually some small rewards there as well if you are interested in those. But yeah, it does help us out a ton. Our small little family business. I appreciate. I actually got to know quite a bit of you guys through Patreon because of it. So it's a really awesome little service that what was his name? Jack Conte or somebody made. But yeah. So now we're gonna do and flip that. Again, that link is clickable in the description below if you want to check that out. Let's see if it's something that you would like to help us with. What rewards? There's a couple rewards. There's I draw you a picture. We do like a gameplay thing. We play some games, which I've been really bad with, to be honest. We do access to our Minecraft server. What else is there? Chat with me, one-on-one through Skype. Or not even chat. We could play games or whatever it is. Yeah, so there's a lot of little stuff. It helps us actually keep the quality up too, which is good. Which is why if you go back to our first stuff, you see that the quality has improved dramatically. So it just overall helps us out and makes the stuff better. So it's just driving, boom, comes out of the bushes. Slams the front of the vehicle, and then it ends over there. And then she needs to land as well. So we need to add her. Here. Carbot, if you could adopt any StarCraft creature as your pet, what would it be? And why? I would adopt the drone, I think. No. The probe. I think so I can teleport places. That's why. You can make me some teleporters. And that would be the best. She will fall down here. So this is kind of the keyframe here. Boom. And now we can make her fall to that keyframe. I would adopt Medic. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah, Medic would be good. So then they heal you. You feel almost invincible. I saw a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for Super Nintendo still in its case the other day. I was tempted to buy it. So I thought that would be pretty cool to have in the office, but I didn't end up buying it. I've never played it either, so... But I don't have a Super Nintendo, so it didn't really matter. Probably has pretty good resale value, though. Alright. 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 Try to make her spin a little bit more. Somehow she lands before the car. That's okay. A nice little easy way to impact is just cut it into a frame before and squish her down a bit. And then it looks a little bit more of an impact. There's that little bounce to it. Off topic, but will we see any Diablo series? I kind of answered that actually a while back in the stream. There's a potential. I would love to. I would really love to, but it's a matter of manpower, I guess. Make this bike fall down a little faster. Maybe make this thing rock a little more. Oh, shoot. Screwed this up. Okay, so there you go. There's another scene. Wow. Boom. Boom. Maybe we should wait a little longer for that drop. Music is prime, as usual. So where did the Carbot nickname come from? Oh, it's a weird, stupid story. I'll try to tell it as quick as possible, but basically, it's a Diablo 2 thing. We played Diablo 2, and we would make our own game, and for some reason, this guy called the Carbot. The guy behind me is my brother. We do like Mephisto and Bale runs and stuff, and yeah, that's. And so when I was thinking of a channel name, that's what I was like, what should I name it? What should I name it? And that popped into my mind. I was like, okay, that sounds good. So we did it. So, but yeah. Okay. So I think I actually might change this part here. Maybe not. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, this is actually a nice little scene to kind of see just straight up animation, because I won't be using any symbols or anything in this scene. So you can see my roughs. These are kind of the keyframes. That's a little bit of a bum there. That's is good to do when you're animating. So that's, if you can't tell, that's her body on the ground, and her hair. So she's going to be lying there first, and my next one is for her to get up and look. I'm starting to think that my Easter egg idea is stupid. Is it? Oh, what's your Easter egg idea? I didn't see it. Sorry, man. Kurt Chabur? Kurt Chabur. Cravat. Hopefully you'll see it. Can you see Easter egg? Us watching, you know? What do you... Can you do an Easter egg for us watching? I don't... How? I'm not sure how, though. What kind of Easter egg you have in mind? Roadrunner. Make a Roadrunner style running, not moving for a second. If I ever made videos you guys would watch. You are sure not making videos. Don't know. Maybe a sign? A sign for like the stream date or something? Could be something like that. Something in the background. So you guys, a little nod to you guys and supporting me as I work here. So now she's gonna... So we just kind of have to figure out what the keyframe is of her lying here but looking up, which I think we got here. She looks up. Looks like her hair kind of loses volume, so I'm going to correct that a bit. There you go. That's a little better. I should actually shrink this. There we go. And then she gets up and she I'm gonna actually add in another keyframe here. Of her getting up. That can be kind of tricky. And then she can run away, far away. I actually am going to use a symbol. It's going to be a run cycle here, but let's go ahead and do the in-betweens now. Again, in-betweens, super easy. kind of have to rotate the head. Now we have a head rotation, kind of. Can actually even add in one more right here. I'm just going to tweak it, erase the hair parts, just do the body. So her head starts to lift up, and then she looks, and then she turns her head back, which again, very similar. I screwed up the back of the head here. She also, yeah, she moves her leg too, so we need to start doing that. Her arm comes up a little bit. And then into a run cycle, which I'm just going to actually copy this part here, and so we can keep the proportion. Head should be about here. Convert her into a symbol, and we're going to do a quick little run cycle. Actually, I want to make sure I... So we're going to do arms and legs as a different... Actually, no, let's just do the whole body. There's, again, one keyframe, and then we just do the other keyframes. I'm going to make it run really fast, so I'm going to do it on 24 frames a second. And should look pretty good, I hope. Done this like a million times. Actually, I usually should have done this earlier, but copy that first frame just to know where I'm supposed to be done at. So it looks like it's going to be about 6 frames, not too many frames. There we go. And so that's kind of how it looks. Change it all to white. Actually, when I'm coloring with white, I have to change. Oh, go to properties, and I have to change the background, the stage, to something different. Color that I don't usually use. There you go. To make sure I'm actually coloring what I am wanting to color. There. So she's running pretty fast, and I think I just shrunk her body too much, so that's my fault. I'm going to cut these frames and draw a little something, turn it into a symbol, then paste the frames, and now I can adjust the body size. Thank goodness for technology. Now that looks a little better. So, and she's going to run off pretty quick. Over here. And now I'm going to join these these two frames here just to do in between for these two. Yeah, music's from StarCraft 2. So, actually I should probably move her a little bit more over. Very good. Then there. She kind of looks like she's being lifted up. I shouldn't really. Maybe with this. And we should just about be done here. There we go. So now we'll go ahead and color it. Looks pretty good. And I'll just push I and go color all the hair first before I start anything else. Oops. Again, with certain scenes I don't get too picky about the line quality. With other scenes I do. It depends on like what's going on and how noticeable certain things are. How close the shot is too, how slow the character is moving. One day I would like to actually just put all my skill into an animation. I'd love to do that and just not have any time limit on it, but right now it's just you gotta make a living, right? So you gotta do it, especially with the baby on the way. What do you think about an episode where Li Ming wrecks everyone, but then dies from the tap of the finger? That's kind of what I did with Kael'thas, which sucks because Li Ming came out around the same time where I made that episode. So I was like, oh, I could have easily made Li Ming, but it worked really well with Kael'thas. So I'd probably take a little bit different approach with Li Ming just so I don't repeat myself. But yeah, something like that I think would be awesome. A giant orb galaxy thing she shoots. Someone was asking a question up here. Carbot, are you doing also other kind of graphics except animations in StarCraft mod, like less flashy? Actually, yeah, we are. Actually, on our website too, we're going to let people know this, but we are going to get into like if people need logos done, graphics, whatever. That's something that we're kind of going to dabble into too, and web design, just to again help keep the business afloat, and so we have a future doing this stuff. So yeah, so if you guys need jobs done, just let us know, man. we need the jobs. All right, so we're at the last like 7 minutes of the stream. So guys, feel free to ask any questions. My attention will be fully on the stream. I'm not gonna play everything I animated today because I don't want to show everyone. Watching the process is a little different. But yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll give you the next 6 minutes to do so. feels almost like you're doing seasons of Heroes similar to how you do seasons of StarCraft. How many episodes do you plan per season, if any, so far? So, yeah, I kind of am without actually calling it seasons. Every 6 episodes is a new map. That's what we're planning on, and so we've kept with that. And so there's a team fight at the end of every 6 episodes. So, number 6, number 12, and number 18, 24, and so on, 30. 36 will all be team fight episodes, you know, and then the next episode will change. We'll change the map. Are you guys funded by Blizzard or YouTube or patrons? Partially all three is what keeps us afloat. Blizzard gives us contracts sometimes, and YouTube sucks for ad revenue for animators. It really is so bad. If you're doing Let's Plays and stuff like that, the longer the content, the better. Fortunately for animation, it takes all week to produce like a minute. So YouTube is bleh. And then, of course, everyone who's supporting us on Patreon, like, you guys are a huge chunk of our income. So, again, you're supporting us, and thank you so much. I could not be more grateful. You allow this to happen. The fact that I have an office, and we have an office here that we can come to instead of staying at home all day is huge for, like, morale boost, you know, being able to change scenery and stuff like that. Carva, can we donate and request not to receive benefits? Yeah, I think that is a option on Patreon. Pretty sure that that is an option, because I remember seeing people who don't want any rewards. They just do it for the sake of doing it. So, yeah, that is an option, I'm pretty sure. How many frames do you put at least in a second? You mind put murky Easter egg in the bush? Dehaka came out. Yeah, I could do that. I could put murky if I remember. But generally, 12 frames a second. That means 12 pictures a second per character that's on the screen. So if there's like 5 characters on screen doing something, then that's 60 frames per second. And it escalates from there. So we have to be careful with our shots. So, why don't you want to animate Overwatch? I do want to animate Overwatch. I did an episode already. If you haven't seen it, Ching Chong Ding Dong, Ching Chong Ding Dong. It's episode 1 of Underwatched. We released last week on Wednesday. So, go on the channel, check it out, and yeah. Is there a schedule for different series, or is it just based on ideas that come up? We do have a bit of a schedule planned, so there is a schedule, but the order that I animate in, or that we animate in rather, is based on just, at least for me, it's based on how I feel for the day. If I really want to do a certain episode, then I'll do that, even though it comes out later. So. Do an episode of Heroes of Storm where you show the place where the heroes chill and they're not on the battleground, MTV Crib style. That's pretty cool. On that note, actually, I want to eventually do an episode of what are they called? Like the narrator dudes, like what's his name? Blackbeard. Blackheart, or the Garden Terror lady. You know, those people that are like announcing stuff and saying stuff for the objectives. Any advices for beginning animations? Take the proper process. Learn the proper process of animation. Don't be too hard on yourself. Look up YouTube tutorials. Keyframes are super important. So do the keyframes first, and just do like almost like a. There were some cartoons back in the day that did this, but like just still frames of poses, and time out your poses the way you want to, and start with that first, and then do the in-betweens. So those keyframes are super important. So I'd say that. And start small, start simple. Animate Stickman kicking a ball, something like that. And then you can animate on a layer over top of that, like draw a character on top of the Stickman. So like your stickman is like your animation rough, you know. So start simple. The simpler the better, and then you can start to do more elaborate stuff as you go on. You use tweening often, or are you more frame by frame? I'm more frame by frame. Tweening, it annoys me. It's hard to. It's not hard. It's just it feels really weird. I don't know. I don't like the feel of it when I do it. And I like frame by frame animation anyway. Is there going to be frequently asked questions on your website, Sam? Yes. He's too busy. But sure. I'm sure there's a biography, so there will be a lot of stuff there. Carva, do you have any thought about making Cloud Serpent in your Warcraft animations? No. Nope. What is your rank in HeroStorm? I don't know, man. I'm number 1. Actually, I don't know. I haven't even done Hero League, really. I haven't got placed yet. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, man. What made you want to animate StarCraft over other games? I was playing a lot of StarCraft at the time. That's basically it. And I played StarCraft 1, so it was nostalgic. Goes back a long way. But for the most part, that was basically it. How about it'd be cool if for HOTS do it for StarCraft co-op? Yeah, there will be some StarCraft ones and some Overwatch. It'd be cool ifs and some other ones. Right now we've just been doing Heroes of the Storm. I don't know, just because it's fun to think of characters. Basically, it's what I do in my spare time if I'm bored. Yeah. Alright guys, it's 2:31, the stream is over, but thanks for coming out. We'll try to stream more often. It's pretty fun. Like I enjoy the questions, and I saw a couple of you saying like this is really informative, and I'm learning stuff here as I animate, so that's good. So that's good that you guys have been enjoying it, and we got some new patron supporters. So again, I'm going to read those guys out because really thankful to you guys. Rising Above the Darkness, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. Quarks Rylesma, thank you so much as well. Toastus Maximus for supporting us on Patreon. James Newlands, Lick Hang Wong, Jim McDaniel, and Frost Wolf Corpse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people supported us today. So thank you so much, guys. Big or small, $1 or $50, doesn't matter. We're super grateful for your support. And if you would like to support us, check out the link in the description below, and you can just check it out, see what it's like, and if it's something that you would like to do or not. Yeah. So guys, thanks for coming out. I'm gonna go now, get something to eat, and finish the rest of this, or hopefully the rest of this animation. But we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.